Hi, my name is Cameron Maciel. This is Big Island TV, episode 1. I'm with Chuck Maciel.
How you doing?
And for this first episode, we're going to be basically talking about Maciel Homes, the connection with Big Island TV, and the history of Maciel Homes, and then basically talking about the other episodes that we're going to be introducing to you guys on how to buy a home, the actual structures of Hawaii, things that are here and not in other places. So to begin, we're going to jump into Maciel Homes. When did you come to the Big Island of Hawaii and start building here?
I came here in 2005.
2005.
I got invited by a friend who was who bought a few properties here, and he was a mortgage broker, and he has talked about, hey, you ever thought about going to Hawaii? And typical mindset, Hawaii's expensive, and he says, no, check out the Big Island. And it says, okay, and it says, I asked him, I said, when are you going again? And he said, well, I'll be going next month. And I said, well, do you mind if I tag along? I said, sure. So I tagged along. And in 2005, I basically came over and just started buying property. Saw it was affordable. And started from there and just went for it.
Perfect. So from 2005 till now, has the business changed as far as who we build for?
No. The original philosophy coming to the Big Island was to build affordable homes.
Okay.
I right away got connected with 3 different families and listened on the Big Island that were locals, born and raised, and started listening to the concerns. And a lot of their concerns were that locals could not afford to buy homes because they were being priced out by outsiders coming in, moving from the mainland. And so that started my quest to try to help locals and at the same time target what I felt was a new market, baby boomers. Baby boomers. And these are people that were starting to retire. And it was interesting because I learned a philosophy that 5 main states have sister states, and they have 4 sister states. So if you lived in California and you couldn't afford to live in California, you moved to one of 4 different states. And one of them was Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas. And so after looking at that and started seeing that the Big Island was affordable, I thought, well, hell, let's make a 5th location for Californians that's affordable, and let's bring them to Hawaii. Who wouldn't want to move to Hawaii versus Arizona or New Mexico or Texas?
So you strongly believe that Hawaii could be a 5th sister state of California, that anyone can move here?
Exactly.
On the Big Island.
The Big Island.
The Big Island.
The Big Island.
Now, the Big Island in general, or Big Island South Side?
Well, I think in terms of Big Island in affordability. Okay. And what I mean by affordability, because just like in California, you have a vast price difference in living in California, and specifically talking about Southern California. Santa Barbara is different than Los Angeles, different than Huntington Beach, different than Laguna Niguel, different from the Inland Empire. So that's a vast differences in cost of living in California. Real estate, food, entertainment is all different. So coming to Hawaii, it's the same thing. You got 8 islands, and each island is different in the same description of that. And even in that same description, we talk about Inland Empire, you got the difference between the prices of homes in Corona versus the price of homes in, say, Colton. They're not that far apart, maybe 15 miles apart, but the prices are night and day. So that would be like the Big Island. You got the Kona side, which is on the west side, and you got the Hilo side on the east side. Night and day difference in pricing. So the same thing applies when we're talking about affordability. I talk about affordability. I'm talking about people can sell what they have in California and move to Hawaii, period. So if you live in Santa Barbara and you can afford a house in Santa Barbara and you bought it 25 years ago, you can retire in Hawaii and probably live in Maui or Kauai.
Perfect.
And if you live in the Inland Empire and you've had a house for 25 years, you could sell that house and afford to live on the Big Island.
Perfect. So to basically sum it up, Maciel Homes started in 2005. You came here investing a lot of money with the idea of helping locals that are here on island, but also developing this new scenario that anyone can move here affordably.
Exactly, and that's one of the biggest things we want to try and I guess advertise, where we can have a symbol of Hawaii and put next to it, have you ever wondered if you could afford to live in Hawaii? And then come to Big Island TV and find out.
Exactly.
Find out details.
So Big Island TV being this new thing that we're trying to start here, Maciel Homes today, what kind of style homes are you offering?
Okay, so right now we are doing entry-level affordable homes, which we're trying to target locals first.
So in your definition, what's an entry affordable home?
Okay, entry affordable home. These are homes in an area that's known as Aina Loa. These are 1,100 square foot homes, 3 bedrooms, 2 1/4 bath, 2-car garage on a 1/4 acre. Slab foundation, catchment system for water, and those are priced at $225.
Perfect.
Which we believe that at a price of $225,000 for that house, husband and wife, mom and dad, can work regular jobs and afford that house, on a reasonable income.
So that's one style.
That's one style.
And you have.
And then we have other homes that we market to the baby boomers, mainlanders. So it's not this specifically only baby boomers, but we were feeling that baby boomers would be more of the people moving into these homes because they would be retiring. They're not really needing to get a job to make the house payment. They're gonna sell what they have on the mainland and come over here and buy a house the same size or if not bigger. And we're talking about, 1,500 square foot, 3 bedrooms, 3 full baths with 2-car garage, 320 square foot lanai on 1 acre of land with a well. Okay, so you got well water. Prices on those $325,000. Up to a larger scale home that we build that has these are on Post and Pier. So it's a plantation style home, which is more of the ambience of Hawaii.
And we're planning on doing separate episodes, basically explaining all these types of terminology at a later date. We're basically just introducing what we have going and what we want to offer. So like he mentioned catchment, we want to do episodes on the utilities of the Big Island, the different styles, and he mentioned Post and Pier and having a foundation house or Post and Pier house. So later dates we'll do more episodes on explaining all these details.
Yeah.
So far you have your Hawaii design,
Right.
which is affordable living in Aina Loa.
Right.
And then you have the baby boomers,
Which is to be the Ilahia,
the Ilahia, and then your large one,
which is a Lauhala.
Valhalla. How big is that one?
That Lauhala is
Post
on
and Pier.
Post and Pier. The floor itself is 3,000 square feet, the floor. The living square footage on it is 1,920. It's a 3 bedroom, 2 bath, with a laundry room in the house. It's got the lanai, a really large lanai in the front and a very large lanai in the back. Both lanais combined are equal to about a little over 1,000 square feet. You have a 2-car detached garage. You're on a well. You're on 1 acre. This has all the upgrades in it. Built-in entertainment center. It comes with appliances, washer and dryer, flat screen TV in the living room. The master bath is just another bedroom with a walk-in shower and a 3-person jacuzzi tub with a separate toilet room and a 40-inch flat screen TV as well. The tile granite pantry, price starting on that one is starting out at $439.
Perfect.
So
To summarize, we went over Maciel Homes, how we got started, how you got started, your idea of what Maciel Homes stands for, and 3 different styles homes that you have. So now, if you wanted to grab the viewer's attention on what we're going to be talking about at a later date, as far as how to buy a home, who should be coming to Hawaii, any other any other viewers you want to grab attention to follow us and look forward to our videos?
Well, what we're wanting to do is we want to basically educate people to understand that Hawaii is attainable. Most people think that Hawaii is a once-in-a-lifetime trip. You're either gonna be honeymooning here, or just a graduation present to come to Hawaii for vacation for 1 week. And the amazing part about it is that you're gonna cram in 1 week, everything and anything, and it's gonna be a blur.
Yeah.
And there's no need for it, because you can afford to live here. If you can afford to live in California, Florida, New York, Chicago, Seattle, you can afford to live in Hawaii. And even in those states, you have expensive areas, super expensive areas, and affordable areas, and that's what the Hawaii is all
So
about.
so you're saying basically the viewers that have thought about going to Hawaii and have always thought it's too expensive, I can't go there, even to vacation or to live, either one, you want to basically grab those viewers and tell them, hey, watch our videos, watch our episodes. We're gonna learn basically that that's not really the case here.
Exactly.
Hawaii's on the Big Island is affordable to live.
Exactly.
Any other type of viewers you want to grab?
We want to share with it that not only can you afford to visit, afford to live, you can afford to retire here. Because even the whole idea of being able to afford to retire, most people think, it's too expensive. Everything's expensive. And I'm hoping that we can go through step by step on some of the videos and actually show the price of food, the price of gasoline, the price of entertainment. What type of entertainment? Because we have very much different entertainment on the Big Island than any of the other islands. There's things here that most people don't know about that, out of the 13 climates in the world, we have 11 of them here. And you can go from the first climate to the 11th climate
all in one day,
all in a couple of hours. I mean, this is the only island you can go snow skiing on.
Wow.
And you can't do that on any other island. And it's so funny because this is the only island too that you can go surfing in the morning and skiing in the evening.
Wow.
And to share that with people, that they understand that.
Absolutely.
And we're not populated. It's a very, very small population on the Big Island. The Big Island is the largest island of all the islands, and it only has a population of 175,000.
I know being your son and all, and coming here for the past 2 years and working, you've mentioned before that this kind of reminds you of high school. You're always running into your high school buddies, right?
Not me.
Not you?
No, me.
Why?
I run the high school buddies?
Yeah.
Here?
No. You're saying that it's like high school.
Yeah. Well, it's more like a small community that everybody knows everybody, And the thing about it is it's one of those things that being from Southern California, you're driving down the street, nobody knows who you are.
Yeah.
And unless you have some type of vehicle that stands out, that everybody knows that vehicle and they know you drive that vehicle, they're not going to wave at you. Over here, I mean, you just drive down the street and everybody's waving at you, and it isn't because they're just being nice. They know who you are when you're driving by. And again, that small community of if you're sitting on the side of the road over here, they stop.
Yeah.
And want to make sure you're okay.
Mm-hmm.
In big urban areas, you don't get that anymore. People just drive on by like you're in their way. You're in my way. Get out of my way.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is over here, you can call people, and they don't tell you they're busy. It's like, hey, I need some help. Where you at? And they just show up.
Yeah.
And that's another thing too about a small tight community too, is when I go back to the mainland and I'm there for a couple of months, and I come back, within 2 days of driving my truck around, I'm getting phone calls like, hey, I sent out your truck in town. Are you back?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. Okay, I just want to make sure you're driving your vehicle. Where else in the mainland are you getting that?
Yeah.
Unless you're in really, really small knit communities in small areas like, say, New Mexico or Tennessee or Kansas. Those really small communities where the population is only like 2,000.
Yeah.
Here you got people are always knowing who's doing what and who's going where, and they're always looking out for you, which is awesome. And again, it reminds me, like I said, being a little kid in Southern California, where the population is only 15 million there, communities, everybody knew everybody.
Yeah.
And now nobody knows nobody.
Yeah.
Because everybody's so busy, it's
Yeah.
too many people.
Yeah. So to wrap this up, basically, I mean, we're gonna talk more about the history of Maciel Homes at the later date, more about the background between both of us. We're gonna be doing hopefully interviews with past customers that have bought homes from Maciel Homes. We have a really nice neighbor, Byron, and he's a really cool, funny guy. And he's been coming to the Big Island for what?
25 years?
25 years. He's
Long
been
time.
vacationing here. He's from Chicago, right?
Chicago.
He came from Chicago. So we're going to be bringing a lot of episodes that have a lot of different possibilities with not even our point of view, but
Right.
other points of view. So between that and explaining the terminology of Hawaii, we really hope to grab a lot of viewers' attention and bring a lot of value to the community.
Absolutely. And then educating them about buying a home.
Absolutely. That's,
Not
that's
only-
the biggest one.
Not only educating them about the island and that it is affordable, but show them how they can afford to move here.
Absolutely.
You know, because that's one of the biggest challenges where it's like, where do I start?
Yeah.
You know, who do I contact? Who do I call? Because, you know, my first time coming here, I knew nobody.
Exactly.
And I had to learn from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing about it is, and a real short, brief story here, is the first house I built, I showed up the end of October. It was like October 20th that I showed up in 2005. And the lot was already dozed, ready to go. And I met Carl Arashiro, my concrete guy. And he poured our concrete. It was like the first weekend of November. And he pours it and we're done. And he looks at me and he says, hey, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? And it's like, probably going to Ken's Pancake House.
No way.
And he's like, no. You're coming to my house for Thanksgiving. I got a good family. Come to my house. And lo and behold, went to his house and they were greeting me with open arms.
First time meeting him, or?
First time meeting him.
Wow.
Yeah, he was doing the concrete work. We talked and gave him the job, and while they were forming it up, he had two of his sons with him and two other workers with him, and they all greeted, you know, how you doing and everything else, and at the end of the job, which was over on a Saturday, the job was done. He asked me about Thanksgiving. I mean, who asked you about Thanksgiving? That's 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
And invites you over to his home, to his family, which I was just here with another guy, a worker with me. It was just the two of us, and yeah, invites us over. You know, complete strangers,
Wow.
and invites us over for Thanksgiving with his family,
That's really cool.
which was awesome.
So hopefully we have a lot more stories to share like that.
Absolutely, and there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stories
Absolutely.
like that. We'll talk about boar hunting.
Or talk about the broken English,
The pigeon.
the pigeon.
Yeah,
On
and how to
the island.
understand that. And we can do episodes on how to
I
understand.
have a small story on that broken English, but I don't want to get made fun of.
Yeah.
But
Well, we can talk about, you know, some of the terminology and understanding pigeon. So when somebody says something,
absolutely.
you know, you can ask them to repeat it 4 or 5 times and still not understand it.
Yeah. So hopefully this was a fun first episode. I really hope that people leave comments on things that they want us to talk about.
Absolutely.
And not just basically have us pave the way for them. We want you to bring us value. We want to know what you guys want. I think that's the biggest thing for us. But yeah.
Yeah, ask the questions on things you want to know about. What challenges you're going to be faced. What what obstacles you think you're thinking you're going to encounter over here. I mean, we've been coming here since 2005, and you know, there's a lot to learn about the islands. There's a lot to learn about the Big Island. You know, it's a very, very respective community. There's a lot of rules that we can share with people that you're not taught.
Yeah.
You just learn them.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because the rules are pretty much like rules you should have learned at home.
Yeah.
But here you practice outside of the house, home.
Wow.
So going to the grocery store, going to the mall, going to Home Depot, you're going into another home.
Yeah.
And you treat it as such. And there goes another one too, you know, customs.
Yeah.
You know, walk into somebody's house, you take your shoes off.
Absolutely.
So we'll go over a lot of that stuff too.
Perfect. So, I mean, Like I said, my name is Cameron Maciel.
Chuck Maciel.
This is Big Island TV, and thank you for watching episode 1.
Thank you.